Hi, I'm Carol Andrews for another episode of Southwest TV News. Here are some of the stories coming up on today's show. Another summer season is here, and along with the mild temperatures is the variety of insects you'll come in contact with during your outdoor excursions. As you make your way down the number 4 highway in Swift Current, you may have noticed work crews moving soil north of the Elmwood Golf Course. In a world filled with technology that makes our relationships sometimes feel impersonal, the idea of reaching out and making someone's life better seems simple enough. But why do it if you don't have to? Thanks for joining us here today. Tick season is here, and health officials are again reminding you to protect yourself from Lyme disease. Another summer season is here, and along with the mild temperatures is the variety of insects you'll come in contact with during your outdoor excursions. Ticks are common this time of the year and can cause Lyme disease in both humans and our four-legged friends.
Most of them are the common American dog tick, and that one is not really of much concern for spreading of disease to humans. But in more recent years, we've become more concerned with the black-legged tick, which can spread Lyme disease. And before, it was more in Ontario and BC and in the southern part in the US. But it has of recent moved into Saskatchewan. So we know that in the Regina-Capel Valley last year, there was some ticks that turned out to be black-legged ticks, and actually one of those tested positive for Lyme disease. So we know it's in the province. It hasn't spread throughout the province, but we're certainly being more vigilant to watch out for it.
Ticks are usually found in tall grass or wooded areas along creeks, valleys, or marshland. You can protect yourself from ticks by wearing a repellent containing DEET, specifically designed for ticks. Wear long sleeves, long pants, and closed-toe shoes. Then when you get home, check for ticks on your clothing or body, and inspect your pets as well for any ticks. And if you do find a tick on your skin or on your pet, carefully remove the embedded tick immediately.
Well, they say the best way to take a tick off of you is using tweezers, but you won't always have tweezers available, so you can still, use your fingers as tweezers. But the key is to pull it straight up, not sideways. And of course, if you do identify a tick, it's useful to test it or to take it in either to the vet or to your physician to see, what type of tick it is. So that's useful. And this year, the province has 2 labs that will check for ticks. The public can actually send ticks directly to the Chilton lab at the University of Saskatchewan. Or if you take a tick into public health or to your physician's office, they can send it to the disease control lab in Regina.
Symptoms of Lyme disease include a rash, along with flu-like symptoms, including fever, chills, fatigue, body aches, and a headache. If you find you're experiencing any of these symptoms, seek medical attention immediately. Ticks are common from early spring through September, and more details on ticks and Lyme disease are available online. Southwest TV News is hitting the road with our annual Summer Around the Southwest tour, covering a variety of exciting events across the region. The Southwest TV News Summer Around the Southwest tour is proudly brought to you by Innovation Credit Union. Imagine the possibilities. Giving with purpose is a unique concept and one which a Swift Current man has taken to heart. We have more in this special report.
If all of us were to follow Dave's lead in this, just think of how much more wonderful a world this would be.
So why do people do random acts of kindness? In a world filled with technology that makes our relationships sometimes feel impersonal, the idea of reaching out and making someone's life better seems simple enough. But why do it if you don't have to? Dave Gleckler of Swift Current is one individual who decided to make a positive difference in a child's life. After recently winning a bicycle at a local fundraiser, he considered many options of what to do with the prize before approaching the Salvation Army.
Oh, people wanted to buy it off me, and I thought about selling it, and I thought about swapping it up for my granddaughters, but then I thought, what the heck? There's got to be a little kid in the community that needs it more than people at our fundraiser, and everyone there's got money, so I decided to donate it to somebody that needed it.
And after working out the details with the Salvation Army, Dave met the recipient firsthand and knows his decision was the right one.
The smile on that little girl's face is worth every minute of it, or every cent, and it's just good. It's a great feeling to give stuff away.
Giving with a sense of purpose is a trend Captain Ramsey hopes others will follow, while working with agencies such as the Salvation Army to ensure the recipient is willing to accept a donation or is the right recipient of a specific item.
See, this little girl and her dad, they'll never forget this moment. Going forward in their whole life, it will mean something to them forever. And the gentleman who donated the bike, to be able to see it go to somebody who needs it, he'll remember this forever too. And so this way, by giving with a purpose, by going through the Salvation Army or another organization that can actually make sure that we put somebody who's in a significant, in a place to help with the person who can really appreciate that help and put it together in such a perfect way, it can help out so much more than just randomly picking somebody out of a phone book or someone you think might need it.
Giving from the heart for the betterment of another person's life, a simple but rare occurrence in today's society.
I think maybe there isn't more of this random act of kindness because maybe it hasn't occurred to people. And I think maybe as people hear Dave's story here, maybe as people see what he's done, maybe as people see that others are doing it, more people will be inspired to do the same thing.
As the City of Swift Current plans for future growth, it's always looking for new areas of residential development, including one near the Elmwood Golf Course. As you make your way down the number 4 highway in Swift Current, you may have noticed work crews moving soil north of the Elmwood Golf Course. According to the City of Swift Current, crews have been on site for the past number of days, working on the following project.
It's actually anticipation of relocation of 2 of the fairways. Possibly 3, and so the stockpiling is for the possibility of the future residential area. So for all of that to occur, they had the time to start it, so we allowed them to stockpile the dirt and just get the groundwork going, even though we don't have any specific plans for the residential project portion of that activity at this time.
Epstein adds the possibility of a new residential subdivision near the Elmwood Golf Course is far from being confirmed, as a number of steps still have to take place.
It's finalizing the negotiations of the agreement between the city and the golf course folks and the board, and to then go about the process of rezoning a portion of that property, which is right now Parkway. So we would take a proposal to the Parkway District Board and determine, how to realign the golf course properties and create a site for the proposed 70 units of homes within that complex.
And as the plans are still in the early stages, the City of Swift Current is not offering any financial details. As the city continues to engage partnering firms for the project, a concept plan for the proposed residential subdivision will be designed and then unveiled, with a planned open house for local residents to offer their suggestions and comments. Well, this brings to a close another episode of Southwest TV News, reporting the stories that matter to you. We always welcome your news tips. You can always reach us here by phone at our studio or by email to contact us at southwesttvnews.com. Also, be sure to join us daily online for the latest news from across Southwest Saskatchewan and so much more at MyLocalTV.ca. And be sure to follow us on a range of social media. Thanks for joining us here today. I'm Carol Andrews.